Hello friends, today we will talk about Cushing syndrome. It reflects a constellation of clinical features that result from chronic exposure to excessive glucocorticoids of any etiology. It could be because of ACTH dependence, ACTH independent or iatrogenic. ACTH dependent is because of excessive ACTH production from pituitary or any ectopic source. ACTH independent occur because of adrenal hyperplasia, adenoma or carcinoma, and iatrogenic is because of exogenous administration of the glucocorticoids. Let us discuss the clinical features of Cushing syndrome. Body fat changes include weight gain, central obesity, rounded face, fat pad on the back of neck. Glucocorticoids increase appetite due to increased leptin secretion. Here is a patient with moon faces. The glucocorticoids increase the adipocyte number and adipocyte size. Here you can observe buffalo hump. There is central obesity. Chronic steroid exposure leads to preferential expansion of central adipose tissue at the expense of subcutaneous adipose tissue. The skin changes include facial plethora, thin and brittle skin, easy bruising, purple striae and hirsutism. The striae due to hypercortisolism are often wide and purple, whereas the striae of rapid weight gain are narrow and pale. Cortisol suppresses not only wound healing but also the normal skin growth and turnover. That's why there is thin and brittle skin. Facial acne and hirsutism are attributed to increased adrenal androgens and cortisol secretion. The effects seen on the bone include osteopenia, osteoporosis causing increased vertebral fractures, and decreased linear growth in children. This occurs due to increased apoptosis in the osteoblasts and increased survival of the osteoclasts that favors bone resorption. DEXA scan that is used for assessment of bone mineral density. T-score is calculated at the forearm bone, long bone of the thigh and vertebral body. A score of -2.5 or lower signifies osteoporosis. Steroid toxicity leads to proximal myopathy. This child has difficulty in getting up from the squatting position due to proximal muscle weakness of the lower limbs. Cardiovascular changes include hypertension, hypokalemia, edema, and atherosclerosis. Excessive glucocorticoid secretion overcomes the ability of 11-beta hydroxysteroid dehydrogenase 2 to rapidly inactivate cortisol to cortisone in the kidney, thereby exerting mineralocorticoid action of the glucocorticoids. Effects on the metabolism include glucose intolerance or diabetes and dyslipidemia. Acutely, glucocorticoids cause insulin resistance, increased gluconeogenesis, lipogenesis, and decreased fat oxidation in the liver. While the chronic effects are hyperinsulinemia, insulin resistance, impaired insulin clearance, increased VLDL synthesis and release, and ectopic lipid accumulation. Effects on the reproductive system include decreased libido and amenorrhea in women. This occurs because cortisol-mediated inhibition of gonadotropin release leads to hypogonadism. In blood and immune system, there is increased susceptibility to infections. Glucocorticoids increase RBCs, platelets and neutrophils but decrease lymphocytes, eosinophils and basophils because of sequestration in the tissues. Increase in susceptibility for infections is because of impairment of the dendritic cells, decreased recruitment at the site of infection, defective cell signaling, and increased apoptosis of the T cells. There is a hypercoagulable state in Cushing syndrome and there is increased risk of DVT and pulmonary embolism. This occurs because there is increased level of procoagulant factors, predominantly factor 8, 9 and von Willebrand factor, and impaired fibrinolytic capacity. This occurs because there is increased level of plasminogen activator inhibitor 1. Effects on the central nervous system include irritability, emotional lability, depression, cognitive defects, paranoid psychosis. Mild euphoria is quite common with pharmacological doses of glucocorticoids. Glucocorticoids maintain normal level of excitability of the neurons and higher doses lower the seizure threshold. There is also increased risk of peptic ulcer due to excessive glucocorticoids, and this occurs because secretion of gastric acid and pepsin is increased.